Welcome back. We've got Rob Roberts with us from Bread Smith. He wanted to make his own special entrance today because we're talking about the upcoming farmers market and summer menu, and we're so excited. So excited. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and you've brought some incredible things today, which I'm sure a lot of these you can find at the farmers market, right?
Indeed. Now, the farmers market we're talking about is the Lakes Area Farmers Market. It's been in Detroit Lakes for an extended period of time, in excess of 25 years.
Wow.
I'm the longest tenured vendor there right now at 17. We've got a lot of great vendors. With COVID, we had to cut back for the last couple of years. This year, we're up to 24 vendors. So if we can scroll through some of these pictures, we'll get a better view of it and things like that. Obviously, we're out there. This is the first Tuesday market. Opens at 10 a.m. And
I love that.
I know Sam will be back out there. Alex found a permanent job, so I think we're not going to have him back this summer. But as you go through it, look at all the different vendors we have out there, and you're going to find from produce to plants, kettle corn, you name it, we got it.
Oh, I love it, and it all just looks so delicious. And who doesn't love a farmer's market on a beautiful day?
Now, the Tuesday market won't be as busy as Saturdays because some people work, so we'll have more vendors out on the weekend. Obviously, with the late spring we had, we're a little bit early to be out there right now as far as with some of the produce, but we've got some hydroponic growers, so we've got things popping up. We'll have some microgreens out there, is my understanding. We have meat vendors, you name it, we've got it.
And I think that's a really important point that you make of the season being a little bit late. It's hard when you go to the grocery store sometimes to find these greens and these meats, especially at a reasonable price, if they even have them in stock. But we know the ones at the farmers market are local and fresh. Oh gosh, the best. And probably the prices are a little bit better too than what you would find.
That's up to the individual vendors. In my case, I'm slightly higher than the store, but I drive 100 miles round trip to go there. So it's kind of like my head should pay for the equipment and everything else. And also, when I get rained out, I don't make a dime. So it's kind of like being self-insured in a way. But
I would pay a little bit more for this, or any of these really, because I know your treats are delicious and it is worth the drive.
Well, by the magic of television, look, I just broke this brownie.
Wow.
Should I throw half of it at Marlin?
I think that would be a tough one to catch. Oh, there we go. Yes, Marlin.
It bounced when it got to him. Hey, it didn't hit the floor, it hit the table.
Oh, rich.
6 to 7 hours it takes to make one pan of brownies. 13 pounds of batter makes one brownie.
Oh, wow.
So we only get 28 brownies out of a batch with the trim and all on the outside.
You know what it reminds me of too? I think a lot of times when you get a brownie at a store, right? Store-bought brownies are very kind of artificial chocolate tasting. This tastes to me like growing up, Grandma made a batch of brownies, homemade, just really, really good, wholesome. Oh,
you know what we say at the store? Good brownies don't need icing.
You're right about that. This doesn't.
We've got dessert breads. I mean, look at this lovely blueberry lemon dessert bread with a homemade streusel on top. Everything we make is from scratch, just like everyone's doing at the farmers market. Whether you're going to the Howard Soap Company, you're going to Annie's Greenery, Lakeview Greenhouse, Kathy's Creation. There's a ton of places out there. If we can scroll through some more of those videos just to try and show that off, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we have a candy maker out there now.
Wow. Gosh, that looks delicious.
Yeah, we've got cupcakes, you name it. And just keep scrolling through it and you'll see all the different things.
I love that there's jams as well. It looks like there's some good canned goods out there.
Both.
And it's such a fun thing. I mean, you can go individually, obviously. Sometime I'll make a women's day out of it and just go out with some friends and we'll kind of hit the farmers markets and the flea market. There's a great flea market in Detroit Lakes as well. You can kind of go to everything. But it's also great if you bring your kids to kind of show them this is where your food comes from.
Well, and we're in a fun area too because you have a pickleball court right across the street. We're actually it's called People's Park. It's right behind Zorba's off of in Detroit Lakes. So one block to the north of it, People's Park. There's pickleball courts, there's skateboard parks, there's all sorts of fun things to do in there. We have public restrooms, so it's not like you have to go hit a Johnny on the spot. So it's just a nice, welcoming environment, and with a lot of great people. Like I said, we've got some new vendors this year. We're lucky that we were able to expand last year 11 to this year to 24. So we're pretty excited about it. And so far, what's been going on has been great. So Tuesdays and Saturdays, 10 to 1, People's Park, Lakes Area Farmers Market. Follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we have Instagram. I'm a little old for that. So.
Oh, me too, buddy.
Yeah. So we've got a special here today, cinnamon swirl bread. We have our blueberry lemon. I also brought out some of our wheat bread, some of our white bread. Of course, we have baguettes, some assorted sweets. What would you like to try?
Ooh, you know what? We're just about to go into break, but I would love to try some of this blueberry lemon bread. I think it would be amazing. Oh, yes. thank you.
Amazing how fast I cut that.
Yes, so good. And if you're thinking, I'm eating all this bread, I should get a little bit of exercise, great news. We've got American Ninja Warrior that's coming up. The show is coming up. And of course, we have our own Ninja Academy right here in Fargo. You can get some exercise, try out some new fun stuff, and we're going to have that up here next.